Hi, I'm Jale and welcome to my channel. This is going to be an energy reading for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs for the month of October 2019. What we're going to do is we're going to link in with Spirit initially and get some channeled information via Spirit and my Spirit guides. Then we're going to check some tarot via the Psychic Tarot deck by John Holland and then pull out a few oracle cards for outcomes for the month. So let's get started then. I'm just holding a few Lemurian clear quartz crystals. I'm going to get some insight from Spirit here first of all, pull some tarot at the end just to kind of clarify, maybe get a bit more depth. They're talking about significant developments for this month for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs. There's going to be something unfolding here that I feel like could be a bit of a... Now it's interesting because they're saying an anticipated surprise, and it's interesting because we've got a bit of a paradox there with the words, but they're laughing and they're saying no, anticipated surprise. So if this is maybe something that you had put to rest and that you had sort of thought would never happen, this could be that. But they are kind of being a bit elusive with the information because they're saying it's a general reading and obviously everyone it will differ. Now obviously do take this as you know, because it is a generalized reading, this may not resonate for absolutely everyone. Obviously you probably need a personal reading for that, so just bear in mind, you know, take the information that does resonate and leave what doesn't. So that is basically the advisory there. But they're talking here about satisfactory, significant changes, development. There's also a maturity they're talking about here, so whether or not something that has grown to a certain point of being right to pick, being ready. Again, this could have been something that you dismissed earlier on in the year that maybe is coming back around. But the way they want me to kind of leave it is significant development, okay? Now this could be a personal development, this could be in any area. That's how they want me to leave it, again, general. They're also talking here about feeling out the energy. So if you've had a bit of a sixth sense here about a certain thing, either with what I've just said previously or around something else that you felt is coming, don't be surprised if that is delivered, because they're wanting to give that as a confirmation, as a reassurance, a clue. And they're just saying as well that a mark of honor. So they're saying don't be afraid to take back what is yours. So that's an interesting one there with those words. I'm just trying to hear what they're saying here. One sec. They're trying to show me something. No, I'm trying to... I think this is a song. Hang on one sec. I can't make out if this is the first touch, the first kiss is the sweetest. I think this is a song lyric. The first something is the sweetest, or the first... and now I'm hearing what goes around comes back around, and I think that is a Rihanna song. So, and they're laughing. So there's a lot of anticipation, it feels like, with this. It's like a build-up happened maybe, didn't happen, didn't work out, you laid it to rest, and now something's coming back around again for the taking. That's kind of how I want to say it. They're also, and it'll be interesting to see if the Three of Pentacles comes up with these cards, because they're showing me a work contract as well here. Significant developments around a work contract, a resolution. And again, they're singing that song, the first something is the sweetest. You could be presented with multiple options, multiple chances, multiple opportunities. Hang on one sec. This could link with a male, masculine energy. So it could be a manager, a boss, a partner. Someone I feel is giving a contract. There's an offering here. Male giving an offering. This, again, could be money, could be contract, could be an offering of love. And they're singing the same song. The first something is the sweetest. So that's 3 times we've had that now. Let me see what else they want to give me if this is coming up again. This could also have come in, maybe this could be the 3rd time. So maybe the first two chances or opportunities, maybe the timing was off. Could be able to do with a partnership. This is going to differ for everyone. I'm trying to get as much information as I can, but with this again being, there's a few, you know, few people will be watching this video, so if I give too much information, it's going to be off for everyone, you know. I've got to keep it fairly generalized, I'm afraid. I'm getting all these songs come through. Now I'm getting Britney Spears, can't even say her name. Oops, I did it again. So this is, something is going in a loop here. It's like we're getting cycles potentially in threes, potentially the first time it didn't work. Maybe a mistake was made a second time and now a third option, a third, you know, situation or third attempt is being made. And they're saying it wasn't in vain, it wasn't wasted. This was all exactly as it was meant to be. So if you've had something happening or developing over the last few months and you've sat there maybe wondering if you were doing the right thing, if you were meant to pass it by or let it go, they're saying everything is as it should be. Please, again, someone's talking about regrets now. So if you do feel like maybe you let something go, that they're reassuring you that everything is as it should be, and maybe there's something really important you've learned from that. Yeah, they want me to pull some cards. Yeah, look, this is how I've cut the deck. So I've got the Destiny card there. So this is very much I've got someone pull it. This could be in terms of love, but I've got someone, Venus is pulling an arrow here. It's like the arrows of love. Someone is shooting a shot here towards you, or maybe you're shooting a shot towards someone. But let's have a look what the tarot is going to say here. So for Sagittarius, please, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs, what's going to be coming up in the month of October 2019? What's going to be coming up in October, please, for the month? Sorry, the sign of Sagittarius, that's flown across the other side of the room, so that's always good. Okay. So the awareness card, one sec. They're saying the other way. Something is going, you're going to get a download if this is not via your crown chakra. Someone is coming to you with information, and I don't think it's just me, okay? It's like there's going to be a level of information that is given that you weren't aware of. It's going to be an insight into a previous event or insight into a new situation or new event that's potentially linked from the past. They're saying as well that you could have already known about this, but it's like you pushed it to one side. But there's some awareness happening or going to be delivered to you that is going to create, it's going to create a freedom. It feels like there's a freedom that's being delivered with this. Yeah, okay, I'm going to read the card because I'm being drawn to it. It says, the card is one of the key reminders that you already possess all of the tools to guide and direct you in life. Whether it's wisdom, intuition, psychic skill, creativity, self-motivation, love, willpower, physical ability, or just pure courage, they're all part of you. Once you learn to tap into them and use them, you'll be amazed by the power and the effect you can have, and you have the ability to allow the universe to work in partnership with you. Together you can manifest change, whatever the desire may be, and bring about a positive outcome. This card represents your ability to create your own reality, to set ideas into motion and watch them grow. This card is often drawn when you're ready to switch directions, start a new project or career change. Now is the time to use positive thoughts, visualizations and affirmations as you veer away from negativity. Knowledge is power, and you can lead to success by keeping faith and having faith, keeping your willpower strong and directed, and by tapping into the tools that you possess, as well as calling on the magic from the universe. You can accomplish anything and everything you set out to do. And in the traditional tarot deck, this is the Magician card. So this is pure manifestation power. This is, do not underestimate yourself. This is keeping your heart center open in order to really set out that intention. Okay, interesting that they brought these cards in. This is, I feel, a reflection of the first message. So they're talking about something that you have to lay to rest, okay? There was a bit of conflict of feet behind this. It could have put you into a bit of a negative cycle, either with emotions or in your reality. Maybe it's sent you into a bit of a downward spiral, but there's something here that either was delivered or will be delivered this month, okay? And they're also talking about a sacrifice with this. So it's like and there's something to do with planning as well, patience and planning. So it's like the truth, I feel, is kind of setting you free. And there was a bit of a sacrifice that you made in order to allow this to kind of come to fruition. But with more patience and planning, they're saying there's more to come with this. There's more to come. They're saying all will be revealed as well, okay? So again, if you haven't received the truth about this situation, you will. Now, interestingly, we need to empower you a little bit here, because we've got power in the reverse that's come up, spiritual strength in the reverse here, and mental conflict. So I feel like mentally you're maybe a bit focused with what you want to do, but there's a lack of spiritual awareness, then potentially that is going to deliver with that magician. Maybe the truth that you're going to be gaining is going to be delivering the power and the spiritual strength that you need in order to move forward. But the mental conflict, they're saying you don't have that. Yeah, and if you will gain victory and success with this once this all falls into place. But see, as you can see, it's almost like he's taking the stance of the fall, where he's on top of that cliff and he's about to take that leap of faith. But before he does it, he sends out a signal to acknowledge that he's heard the call. He's heard, maybe it's that download, that kind of magician card that we saw at the beginning. Maybe there's a bit more information to come before you can have that victory, that truth. I feel like there is going to be a truth delivered. Again, they keep talking about surprise here. So I don't feel like it's a bad one, because we've got rejoice and celebration. This is a 3 of Cups. So it could be friends. It could be maybe a spiritual union. Okay, maybe that's the spiritual union, because that's the 2 of Cups card. Maybe you guys have separated from someone. Maybe you're in partial separation with someone. Maybe you've got a partnership that you're waiting to put together, and you're trying to find the truth with that, but there maybe has been some obstacles and challenges, and you're trying to get further insight before you make the steps, before you're able to kind of embark on the next part of your journey. Yeah, you have to trust your intuition, okay? So if the truth doesn't come via your intuition, I feel like by you tapping into your intuition, you actually, and as per the magician card, you have all the tools. You have absolutely all the tools here. Trust that. Don't be afraid as well. They're talking about don't be afraid here. So if this is requiring a little bit of emotional gusto, that's the word I want to use, then you have everything inside you. Like the first card said, you have all the tools here. But you just have to believe. You just have to believe you have them. What else does Sagittarius? Okay, I've just had in my head, I'm afraid. Right, now I don't know if this is someone's subconscious or if this is someone consciously saying this. So I don't know if you've sat there and gone, I'm afraid, or if this is a subconscious wound. But it feels to me like there's a risk that you need to take in the love department. Yes. Sorry, they're just confirming that. That you are a bit wary of doing, because it kind of is bringing up a wound maybe. And again, can you see they've brought this card up again. So can you see he's having to take a bit of a leap of faith there? And it's like he's having to kind of skip over that broken board in order to get to the other side. You must have faith, otherwise... See, we can be given as much truth and insight as we need, okay? But if we're not sometimes taking the second part of that journey, destination, then it can be incredibly difficult to complete. But yeah, they're talking about emotional loss. So maybe if this is something from the past that maybe has, sometimes you've felt maybe to sort of draw back your energy because you've been wary about putting yourself out there again, have that in mind. Like they're saying, don't, if certain things have happened to you in the past, don't push that onto the current now, because the journey would be different, the person would be different, or the scenario, the circumstances. Like there's a wound here that needs to be looked at, that Spirit are worried about that you're projecting onto your current situation, and that's why there's a bit of fear behind it, because you're someone, maybe all of you, I don't know, is projecting that onto the now, and there's a fear that you're putting onto that, and it's creating a bit of an obstacle. If you can manage to balance that out, this is for me the engagement card. So this is for financial and material changes. So again, another 5. This is like the third 5 we've had. So 5 for 5 is change. Okay, so it's yours for the taking, but you have to maybe do a bit of healing in this month. But they're saying, I feel like you're in a better position than you think you are. It's like maybe you've thought or assumed that other people or the other person or everyone else holds all the cards, and maybe you're the one that was left behind. They're saying it requires a perspective shift, because by you thinking that you are the one that is behind or is not empowered, you're creating your own reality. So it's like, by thinking that you don't have the ability to change these things, you're giving yourself kind of more obstacles in your path. And it's interesting because Sagittarius are usually very forward thinking. They're usually very optimistic as well. But something's taken the wind out of you a little bit. It's like something's really thrown you off here, and I feel like you're not used to that. But you're more than equipped to deal with all this. You're more than equipped. Wow. Okay, there's a few cards here. Okay, let's pick them up exactly as they fell. Right, okay, interesting. If you are having distractions at the moment, if you are being forced to look in a million directions and not being able to clearly focus and see what it is you need to see, we've got the Temptation card here, which is the Devil card in traditional tarot. So can you see the head is turning? It's like the focus is on the light, but something has turned your head to the other direction. Okay, you need to establish what is that thing that's distracted you, and is it worthy of a distraction? Okay, because what they're saying is choose wisely. Someone is not choosing wisely here, or won't be, and it could lead to a problem. Okay, so this is, again, it's not to scare you, you know, I'm giving you a heads up here. So, you know, to be forewarned is to be forewarned is to be forearmed. So, yeah, look, someone is not following their intuition, okay? And we've also got the sacral chakra in reverse. We definitely work on sacral chakra. So this is like willpower. It could be an emotional situation. It could be a sexual situation. It could be maybe an eating, something to do with eating. Maybe you're overeating. Again, don't forget the Devil card came out. So maybe you're overindulging. Okay, there's a temptation that's leading you off track, and it's causing you to go away that maybe isn't in your best interest. Okay, so again, this I feel could have been, maybe it's the third thing, maybe it's the third time that's come up, and it's a reoccurring pattern in order to be healed. You know, it's been brought up again so that you don't carry it into the future. It's something that maybe they're looking at you releasing this month in order for you to really get on track with everything. Okay, I've got a really itchy nose when I channel. I do apologise. I'm not, you know, I'm trying not to scratch my nose too much here. So Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs for the month of October. What else? What else can we expect to see here? What else can we expect to see with Sagittarians? October 2019, please. Sorry, they're just somewhat... I don't know if someone's a musician here, but I'm getting a million songs. I don't know if someone's a musician that has maybe been blocked or felt blocked. But there's someone very creative and gifted that I'm picking up on. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs, please. What else is going to be happening? And I don't know why, but I've just heard it's for a good cause. So that might have a reference to a choice, or maybe you're involved with some charity work, or maybe you will be getting involved in charity work. Wow, okay. Wow. So this is the heart chakra card, okay? And usually when we're manifesting anything, the heart chakra must be balanced and open. there's something about this realization of that open heart chakra, sending out that unconditional love energy, connecting with your heart, that is going to lead to something very lucrative, that's part of your destiny. This is the Wheel of Fortune card. I think that's the Wheel of Fortune card. Let me double check. Yeah, this is the Wheel of Fortune card. Something very significant that is linked to a passion of yours. It could be, again, music that I've just mentioned. It could be anything that you're very passionate about. We've got the Authority card here as well. Okay, so again, male figure, could be an Aries. Someone that connects very strongly around their heart center, that does what they do, and actually is very talented. Something very, there's a change in circumstances here for the positive. So if you've experienced blocks, if you've been experiencing, you know, sort of certain things in your journey that haven't been allowing you to kind of get to where you need to go, it's like they're asking you to look at that emotional loss maybe you've had, or that hurt, or something around healing the heart chakra, so that you can really turn that around and get on track. But this is going to link to, so if you're not an Aries male or female, there is someone or an authority that is either going to assist with this, be it a part of this, or is going to help you. If it's not a love interest, it's a work interest. It could be a teacher, it could be someone that you go to, a trusted advisor. But they're going to help. But this is to do with opening. You must look at sort of healing that loss, healing that heart chakra, repair, connect with nature, connect with music, connect with something that really lights your soul, you know, that really lights you up, makes you feel free, because it is going to turn that wheel in the Wheel of Fortune. It is going to really change things to give you that kind of opportunity to move forward, where there isn't any obstacles, you know. They flew absolutely everywhere. Okay, and it's interesting. They're saying don't sacrifice yourself. Do not sacrifice yourself. So if you have an ability, okay, and you aren't acting on it, and maybe you've been putting it back, maybe it's like you were discontent and bored, but this will bring you that fulfillment that you've been looking for. Oh my goodness, there's loads of cards here. There's loads of cards. Okay. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're getting a similar message. So we cannot have a new beginning here until this is looked at, okay? So if you've been wanting to start something, there is something we're missing. The light, something you are missing. We need to establish some more information before we can move forward. So the light is in reverse. So this is usually like the kind of aha moment, okay? But it's in reverse, so we haven't had it yet, or we're missing some information. The third eye chakra is in reverse. So maybe we're not using our intuition as per the previous messages. Maybe we're missing something. We can't move forward with this accelerated motion. We can't have that kind of star moment, that star card, you know, sort of that abundance, that fulfillment, because we haven't pieced everything together yet. And we need to establish a firm foundation here. We need to put the building blocks together one by one, in the right places, in the right time, in the right established order, in order to have things exactly as they need to be. But again, temptation. I feel like someone's getting a carrot dangled in front of them, and they're saying, do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want this? And actually, the right thing is in the other direction. Okay, so if this is you and you're having all these opportunities thrown at you and you're sat there going, you must connect with your intuition, and you must really figure out why is the light card here in reverse? Do you need to do some shadow work? Is there something that, you know, again, the healing side of things? Because without that, we cannot set things forward into motion. Like, there's no accelerated motion here. There's a stagnancy going on. But usually when that happens, it's because we're either missing something, or there's a part of our journey that we haven't completed yet. And in order for us to move forward, we must do things in the right steps. Otherwise, when we do go forward, we'll realise something's missing and we'll need to go back. Someone's throat chakra is really blocked as well. I'm just going to say that now. It's like someone needs to speak the truth about something and they're refraining from doing that. So if this is you and you've been like really putting things, it's like I can't speak my truth because I feel like I'm worried that if I do, the whole thing's going to fall down around me. That's the impression I get. It's like, you know, I can't say what I need to say. Someone's got some really, it's like I've got all this sort of noise in my ears, and it's like total distraction. Like I'm not, and I've got this really heavy heart, like someone's so weighed down by an emotional situation that I don't know, maybe they find it difficult to breathe. It's like they're claustrophobic or something. I feel like the truth will set you free. I know that's very cliched, but it's like, yeah, it's a kind of, yeah, look. What are you missing? You're missing something here, okay? Crown chakra. We're channeling information from the divine via our crown chakra. If everything is blocked underneath it, the crown chakra is not able to align to get the correct information, okay? If the base chakra is off, if we're not grounded, you know, what is it that, you know, what's missing in our foundation? What's, you know, practical need is it that we may need to adjust in order to align the base chakra, which is then the first of 7 main chakras, leading up to obviously the 7th, the crown chakra, so that we can channel the right information, okay, in order to gain spiritual strength and truth and enlightenment and the reality of our situation from a different perspective, okay, in order to gain positive movement forward. What is it we're missing? Because either you is lying to yourself or someone else is lying to you here, okay? Someone could be putting a mask on and giving you falsified information, or maybe you're lying to yourself. But I feel like until that is corrected and addressed, there is going to be delays. What is it you're fearful of acknowledging to yourself? Sacral chakra, okay? Sacral chakra. So again, is there an emotional unfulfillment going on? Is there a sexual unfulfillment going on? Is there a crisis within some emotional need? Or maybe you're overeating, maybe you're overindulging in different things, but that, it's like, because that's off, it's like the base and the crown chakra is not able to channel the right information, okay? But it's like we need to, it's like we really need to align, because we've got the heart chakra that was really coming up, and this, so someone's been very hurt, okay? Usually when the heart chakra and the sacral chakra are in dire need of rebalancing, and even the root chakra, it's like we've had the rug well and truly pulled out from underneath our feet, okay? Now, if you're sat there going, oh my goodness, that hasn't happened to me, is that going to happen to me now? They're saying, no, I feel like this has already happened. I feel like this is what you're working through at the moment. They're saying you'll know if it's you, okay? So if you're sat there going, oh my goodness, that didn't happen to me yet, is that going to happen to me? The chances are that's not, obviously not for you, you know? It feels like this has already happened because I'm picking up now. Maybe a few, very small portion of you know that this is you and that you haven't actually carried out something because you know it will lead to that. And if that is the case, it could be to do with a partnership. They're saying if you do this, the right partnership will come. And also the partnership with yourself is important. So if you're neglecting a part of you because you're worried or fearful of what could be, you're putting off the inevitable. And there's more disruption. So it's very important sometimes. And I know it's not easy. Like if you know something's tricky for you and you've been putting it off because you know that the potential is there of a tower moment, of disruption, of a bit of chaotic energy. I get you. But in the long run, it's going to help. We've got movement, choices, decisions, okay? I keep getting drawn to the red door that has rings in it. Partnership. So this could be to do with a partnership, I feel. where it's like, yeah, the security, it's like your security, you don't feel secure in the situation. There's a basic, even maybe the basic level of commitment isn't there, and maybe you've been holding out for that and holding out for that, or maybe you don't want to settle down and it's causing a disruption. Yeah, look, they're talking about the foundation here again, so base chakra. So in order to really correct the base chakra, and that is obviously the first chakra 7, if that is out of line, then essentially you know, we have a bit of an issue here, because we can't move forward. We can't move forward until that is in alignment. If the first chakra isn't balanced, then we may not feel grounded. We may feel confused. We may feel, maybe you're not being acknowledged for something. Maybe you feel overlooked. Maybe this is a self-esteem issue as well. But they're saying when you correct that, there will be a reward for it, because you've got the reward card at the end. So again, it could be a partnership that you've stuck to for security. Maybe you felt like that was the best decision for you at the time, and it's kind of outlived itself a little bit, but you're scared of what's going to happen if you step away. Yeah, look, it's like the fulfillment of wishes in reverse. So maybe this is something that you know isn't for you. Financial material changes. So maybe, again, this is usually the partnership sort of marriage card. So maybe you're with someone and you think that that's not the one, but you're scared to acknowledge it, because it means a whole change in your life. Yeah, we've got so maybe you're on a cycle here that goes over and over and over again, where there's no light at the end of the tunnel, and you've tried this a few times and there's more obstacles and challenges. So yeah, before you make any decisions, I feel like I feel like I'm burnt out a little bit, like it's like I'm emotionally a bit spent here, and I feel like I need to kind of get a bit of rest here in order to move forward before I take the second leg of my journey. It could be maybe the first part of October was, you know, emotionally kind of harrowing maybe, and then the second part is the rest part, where you start rebuilding your foundations and your this base chakra. And oh my goodness, please, if this is you, this throat chakra thing, I can barely talk. So if this is you, I have no idea how you feel right now, but it's like I've got a golf ball in my throat or something. It's like I've got a golf ball in my throat. Please, if this is you and you're scared to speak out because you feel like it's going to affect you in a negative way, I mean, this is a lot. I feel like this is really heavy energy. So, I mean, how much worse can it get? If you spoke out, let's balance this up here. If it's bad now, when you speak up, is it likely to be any worse in reality? Because I feel like maybe you're worried about the spiritual impact of this, or the financial impact of this, the material impact of this. Are you sacrificing your identity for the sake of all others? I feel like I need to cry. I feel like whoever this is, if it's not a group of people, it's one individual that's just literally like, help me please. I'm trying not to cry, because this is like really strong. I just feel overwhelmed. If this is you and you feel totally overwhelmed, I get you. Like, this is not an easy place to be in, I'm not going to lie to you, but think about why this is happening again. And this is not because I've had the easiest life in the world and I'm sitting preaching on my soapbox and think I'm, you know, God's gift. I've been through a lot. They will not give this to you unless there is something valuable you can learn from it. And I'm telling you that now, as someone that has been broken down a million times over. If you are needing to strip yourself bare and rebuild, it's because there is something so much better for you at the other end, and it is going to be beyond your wildest dreams. And the reason why this is so hard is because it's a lesson. Because they want to test to see if you identify your own self-worth, if you identify that you deserve more, if you are more, if you are an infinite being that can always, with the Magician card, create your own reality. But if you don't feel like you're worthy or able to muster strength, they're teaching you a lesson until you know you can muster it, because they will keep going over it until you acknowledge your precious being, your infinite, you know, love energy that is provided on a soul level. To, you know, we're here for a reason, but we're not here to go through this kind of torture. This is torturous. You know, it's like someone's identity is being so tested that I feel like they're living a lie. Like, I'll be honest with you. And if this is you, because maybe you feel like you couldn't step out of that projection of maybe what someone's placed on you, programming, society, once you get away from this and connect with you on a the real you, like strip the mask and connect with the real you, the happiness, you're going to be so much more fulfilled and again, don't forget that heart chakra. It's like, by you connecting with that yourself on an authentic level, the doors will open 1000%, because we've got the Wheel of Fortune card straight afterwards. Okay, they're also talking here, maybe you had, and excuse me if I look like I'm burping, when I'm channeling sometimes very extreme energy, I recycle it, so it comes out as a burp, and obviously I'm trying not to burp on camera because that's just a bit ridiculous. But I feel like if this could also link to a father issue. Okay, so maybe you felt like you had something to prove to a father issue or sort of male authority figure, and it's like you've restricted yourself because you feel like you should be confined to a certain area or energy or dynamic or life or path, because you feel like that would fulfill a parent or someone or a partner. No, this is a false concept. The only thing it will do is it will, like, and don't get me wrong, this is a very hard thing to do, to step into your own authentic self, because sometimes things are made very difficult for us. But I kind of feel like this is a massive opportunity to take that leap, because the abundance that you'll gain afterwards and the doors that it will open for you is so massively, so much bigger than what you'll have to go through to get to that point, like, for real. And what they're saying is, I feel like you've actually already overcome the worst of it. Like, all you need to do, and I know it sounds easy, like, oh, all you need to do is take that leap of faith, but it's like, you've gone through so much anyway. Like, what is the risk here? Like, what else could possibly happen? Okay, yeah, finances. I feel like, again, three-dimensional kind of concept here, like practical bills, the house, maybe the kids, you know, that I understand. But step out of that for a minute and look at what you're going to gain. And even if it means that maybe you'll have to rebuild financially over a certain amount of time, what you'll gain from where I'm seeing massively outweighs for what you'll be working on, because the energy, the energy now is like, I feel like I'm literally, I feel like I've got like a collar around my neck, and someone's doing this with me. No, you're not going there. You're not going. No, thank you. I will. You know, and this is not about, you know, ego or defiance, or like, this is about, I feel like this is a karmic lesson. It's like, this has repeated itself in a past life where potentially you've gone through this before, and this is, you're here to break out of that box. You're not here to be in a mold. Okay, break out the mold. Okay, because without that we can't have these new beginnings. All right, we are not connecting with our own inner wisdom that we have, that we've been given. You're a Sagittarius. I'm a Sagittarius ascendant, and I'm going to be severely looking at myself after this video, because I feel like there's also a message in this for me, you know, without obviously me being so arrogant to think that the messages don't apply to me. Of course, I'm channeling from spirit. This is not about me, you know. Obviously, of course I'm going to listen, because there might be an important thing I've overlooked, and that's the message. We are, you know, only a fool thinks that they know everything, really. And I know Sagittarius is a very, usually very, there's a very strong wisdom to Sagittariuses, in my opinion. But this is about going deeper and really breaking into a part of our lives that we need to grasp, gather, in order for this massive amount of scope for development and growth. But it's like, I need to read this because we've got the shadow card in reverse, but they're telling me to read it. Maybe we're not looking at shadow aspects here. Yeah, look. So this is the moon card. The moon is in reverse. So either there's an illusion that's coming out. This could be sort of a truth of a situation. Again, we're getting truth again. This is like the third time I've said that now. It could be maybe an emotional cleanse. Like with the moon, it's usually a fluctuating emotion. So maybe we're balancing our emotions. Maybe this is what this month is for. But this is really important. Look at our shadow sides. Look at the healing. What is it about our emotions that need to be coming into recalibration here in order to really bring this in? So what's the outcome, please, Spirit, for Sagittarius for the month of October 2019? What's the outcome of this? If they follow the guidance and advice, what's the outcome for this, please? Yeah. You will be your own authority. You will be your own authority. You will know what you need to do. You will know what the path ahead is going to bring, okay? And you will know how exactly how your development in this situation has opened the door and led the way for your freedom of yourself on a soul level and every level. Can you see his crown chakra is lit up as well? Okay. And 4 is the number of stability. I'm not sure if you can see that, but his crown chakra is totally lit up. There's a Roman link here with this as well. It's like I'm getting a Roman soldier. Maybe you've got a link to Italy. Maybe you've got a link to Romans. Maybe you have a fascination with Romans. But there's a very solid, practical, very kind of firm energy behind this that is that's gonna come for, to you. Yeah, it's a very masculine energy, and masculine energy is typical, and this is the Emperor card, so it could be a counterpart situation. It could be it could be your divine masculine. Maybe you're the divine masculine, and maybe you're drawing in, by resolving this, your counterpart. Maybe you'll be your own leader, your own boss. Maybe, because it's an Aries sign as well, maybe you are an Aries, and that this is going to really help your future, this whole energy. So let's pull a few more. I don't know why, but I need to look at the oracle, the goddess oracle deck here. They're saying pull a card, one card from here. What can you give as an outcome, please, for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs? And again, if you're male, because we've had such a masculine, strong energy, I want to balance it out by drawing a feminine, a very strong feminine energy, because I feel like that could be the energy you're in at the moment, where it's a bit more, not to say feminines or females are passive, but stereotypically, it is a bit more of a kind of passive energy. So let's see. This one won't be though, because it's the goddess deck. But outcome, please, for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs for the month of October, please. What is it you can tell us for outcomes? It went flying again, so there's a lot of energy going on here. Wow, I love it when they confirm these kind of things. Okay, this is intense. Like, this is intense. You can totally do this. Okay, we've got Pele, divine passion. Be honest with yourself. What is your true heart's desire? Can you see that volcano? We've got massive amounts of fire energy here, and there's a lot of Aries energy coming into this. So it could be that you've got Aries in your chart as well, and if you haven't, then maybe you're channeling it. And do you know what? I've just realised that moon card came up. We've got the full moon on the 13th in Aries, okay, and it's squaring Pluto. Pluto is the planet of transformation, and the moon is about your emotions. So this could really spark this could really be sparking around the 13th. So if you feel like you're getting a massive, like someone's lit fire underneath you around the 13th, this could be it. But yeah, look out for the 13th. Why do I feel like I need to do the earth magic? Let's put, oh, that one's come out. Oh, that one doesn't want to go back in the deck. Okay, outcome please for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs, please. Insight guidance, outcomes please for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs for the month of October 2019. What can you tell us? Okay, so again, if you need to sort of reground and get a bit of space, remember the rest and rejuvenation card, they're talking about solitude. So maybe you need to be alone. Maybe you're sort of saying, oh, I'll stay with this partner because, you know, I don't want to be alone. If that is, you know, for you, that's the kind of message there to say, maybe you need a bit of alone time. I'm not saying sort of split up with them, but I'm just saying, I feel like you need to get a bit of space to really look at that. Let's see, we're now on the Wisdom Oracle deck here. Outcomes, please. Here we go. A change in the wind. So change is on its way. All right. Change in the wind. So that's the number 12 card, which adds up to a 3, which is kindness, creation, mind, body, and spirit, the Holy Trinity. Okay, communication, joy, and growth. So again, it's blowing in. It looks like it's blowing in a southerly direction. So maybe there's something about the south. Maybe you're traveling. Maybe you're going to be traveling south for something. Maybe an opportunity or a person. Let's see. I think they want me to pull one more card. What is the outcome, please, for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs? Oh, look, that's lovely, that. So don't forget, guys, sometimes your luck is really on your side with being a Sagittarius, okay? For some reason, I always feel like Sagittarians are really lucky, but there's something serendipitous about all this. Something lucky, potentially. Maybe you'll get, like, truth given to you randomly, and you'll be like, oh my goodness, I know what I'm going to do. And then you've also got the leg up card, so you're going to get assistance. Spirit is backing you with this, okay? If it's not an older figure, could be a male, don't forget the authority cards. If it's not an older figure, it's just someone that has your back. And if it's not someone in the physical sense, it's these guys, okay? So don't ever doubt that, guys. You always have spirits backing. So hopefully this has helped. Massive appreciation for everyone who has subscribed. If it does help, please do like the video. I'd massively appreciate that. I do offer personal readings. Information is in the description box below. And yeah, guys, I'm going to be doing the next video, which is going to be Capricorns. And I do post videos Monday to Friday if that's any help. And yeah, take care. Hope this has helped. Bye.